Hello everyone, good morning. It's time to start the day. Grab your coffee, your favorite beverage, shine your light and light the way.
Good morning, everybody. It is December 3rd, 2025, and it's time for Good Morning Coffee and Talk. I'm Dolly. This is the Wolf Girl Oracle, and I am so glad that you are here. And I am so glad to see that Katie is here and Flowing is here. Wow, that's really small. That's very tiny. Why is it so tiny? Can I make it bigger? That's a little bit better, yeah. Yeah, we'll try that. Why not? It's a new thing. I didn't know I could do this. So let's give it a go. So good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well today on this. It's a cold day here in Milwaukee. It's 26 degrees. It's overcast and it is very snowy. Very snowy outside. It's not snowing right now, but we had 11 plus we got 11.5 plus we got 2.5 more. So what is that? 11, 12, 13, 14 inches of snow on the ground right now, which is pretty crazy. Hey, Jen, good morning. How are you today? It is good to see you. And Teresa Ford. Remember that lady? Let me show this. Ah! Remember that lady on the kids show who looked through a mirror or something and said names? This one is here, and yes, I remember that. Well, Kelly, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, is that Pam and Ralph that are here? And Sin? Oh my gosh, and Annie? Oh my gosh, everybody's here. Now it's a party. Let's dance. Oh my gosh, and I've got a kitty. This girl, she's like, I've got you captive, so I'm going to be your personal secretary for today. I'm going to take care of all your papers by laying on them, and I will do a really good job. Yes. Oh my. She's like, don't be talking smack about me. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm going down the list here. Woo. Jen says 27. Feels like 18. Yeah. It is colder than a witch's. You know what? Just Pam. Oh, it's just Pam. Just Pam. Good to see you, Pam. It's good to see everybody. Wow. Kelly's here. Kelly Bach, who had a good infusion yesterday. So that is fantastic. So thank you to everybody that was praying for her. It didn't take right away, but it did eventually take. And she said that she's feeling good today. So that makes me happy. You know what? I got to say something, you guys. I learned something today. I was in Annie's meditation this morning, and I learned something about Annie. I'm going to call you out, Annie. Annie told us that she lost her virginity in Portland, Oregon. And I was like, oh, Annie's not a virgin? It was very funny. I laughed so hard when she said that. I had tears rolling down my eyes. I'm not even kidding. I was just like laughing, literally laughing out loud, a big belly laugh. So thank you for that. That made my morning. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. You guys. Everybody here is a little silly, which is fun. Kelly says, as soon as I get a minute, she's going to make a thank you video. Aw, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. You know what? It is an honor. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like it's an honor to be able to pray for our friends, to be able to have that ability to to just put things out into the universe and feel gratitude and put healing out to everyone. It's a blessing. It's such a gift, you know. I just, oh, I just, I am amazed every day by all these little spiritual things that I took for granted for so long that I am now just so grateful for. You know, that's all I can say. Yeah. Oh, Katie isn't a virgin either. She lost hers at Crater Lake. All right. Okay, let's just put it out there. Is anyone in here still a virgin besides me? Teresa says, right? Being helpful makes us feel great. Yes, I agree. And Flowing says, I humble myself to give to others. The universe loves us. Yes. Oh, thank you, Flowing. And good morning, Flowing. Good morning. I saw that you had to do something and you stepped away from the keys for a second. Yes, we do need the laughter, Kelly. Yes, we do. It's important. I I feel like I heard somebody the other day. I forget what channel I was on. They were talking about deep breathing and the importance of deep breathing and how deep breathing can even be good for weight loss. Did you guys know that? That a lot of our shallow breathing that we do makes us want to overeat? I had no idea. So let me tell you right now, I am doing all the deep breathing that I can do. But laughter makes you breathe deep and it makes you breathe right down to your belly, you know? And that's the kind of breath that we should be taking in because breath is life, water's life, and breath is life, right? So breathing in deep, it's good for you. It's a good healing practice to do. When I go out and I take my walk, I try to practice that. I try to stay mindful of how I'm breathing. Am I breathing shallow? Or am I breathing normal or am I breathing deep? And I try to get some really good deep breaths in. At this time of the year, when it's this cold outside, it's amazing. It just fills you up. Oh, now that might be TMI. No, it's not. I think I have one of those battery powered blowers. So if you want to borrow that to get rid of the cobwebs, it works. Don't ask me how I know. Oh, oh my gosh, everything's going crazy. Does celibacy count as a second virginity? Yes. We're going to say yes. Everybody's like, me too, me too. How about cobwebs? Yep. Oh, you are all cracking me up. Good, 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 good. All right, we have to behave ourselves now because Fatima is here, the voice of reason. Good morning, my sweet friend. We are not. You're going to have to just deal with our silliness. You're silly too. Fatima's silly. She's got a silly streak in her, let me tell you. Jen needs a leaf blower and Rust-Oleum. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we're all in good shape, aren't we? Everybody's saying blessings. Hi, Fatima. She just woke up. That is funny. Oh, scroll. Okay, hang on. Scroll up to see my comment about the first time. Okay, let's see. Let me go up there. Give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm a virgin again. Here's one for you, neighbor. Okay. I lost mine and got pregnant for the first time with my 34-year-old son, Chad. So the very first time that you had sex, you got pregnant? Wow. 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 But I bet you love I bet you love that you have your son. Janet, Bora Bora. What did I miss? Girl. Well, it all started with Annie telling us in her meditation stream today that she lost her virginity in Portland, Oregon. And then Katie came in and talked about Klamath Falls, and then it just snowballed from there. And now everybody's talking about how they're born again virgins. And oh my gosh, mayhem. I have caused mayhem. Oh gosh. I wanted to show you guys something neat my mom got me for my birthday. It's a National Parks Advent calendar. Can I get it in there? Ooh, let's back it up. National Parks. I got my hand over it because I accidentally ripped it. National Parks Advent calendar. And I thought that was the neatest thing. I love Advent calendars. You know, I'm a little kid when it comes to stuff like that. I don't necessarily need chocolate, but these all have different little like these different little scenes on them, and they're like, you can hang them on a Christmas tree. They've got a hole at the top. Oh, you really can't see that, can you? Let me back it up here. That's like so cute. Aren't these cute? There's a pelican and an alligator. And there was 2 in the first 2 days, and now I think it's going down to 1. This was today's. Oh, you can't see it. It's a candy cane and a lizard. Oh, no, you can't see it. It's too bright. But yeah, they're just these cute little like charms. But I'm going to put some fishing wire on them, and then I'll hang them on the Christmas tree when we put the Christmas tree up. I think it's neat. Oh, Sonia's here. Katie needs chocolate. We all need chocolate. We do. But I've got too much in my house. Advent. What did I say? Did I say Advark? Did I say Aardvark? Advent calendar. Good morning, Sonia. It is good to see you. It is good to see you. Thank you for being here. So yeah, isn't that a neat? I thought that was a neat gift. My mom always finds the coolest little things, you know. I also got this microphone. Do you see the microphone hanging there? So hopefully you guys are hearing me okay. Let me know if you're not hearing me okay. Oh, Kelly, that's a great idea. Kelly says we should have another craft hour where we make ornaments. I would love that. I think that would be a lot of fun. I don't know how many of you guys are crafters, but Katie started a crafting hour. Let me show you what we made in the first one. Oh no, I dropped it. Let me roll back here. Okay, we made God boxes. Okay, and I have paper on this side, and I have a pen on this side, and you can write your intentions for the month and put them in that little slot right there. Or if you have worries or things that you want to let go of, you just write them down and you put them in the box. And then at the end of the month or during the new moon, you can burn these things and send it off into the universe. You know, so I've done this once already, and I've already got a couple pieces of paper in here for this month already, and it's only the 3rd day in. But yeah, I've got lots of stuff that I'm letting go of. I am, you know, it's time to say goodbye to some things and to some people. It is what it is. But I agree. We should definitely do another craft hour. I think that would be a lot of fun. Also, I wanted to show you guys something else. Hang on here. Let's look at Clarity. Oh, Clarity, are you bathing? Are you sitting? No, that's my meditation cushion. That's where I sit to meditate, is right here every day. And if I'm not on it, She's on it. That is her jam. She loves my meditation cushion, which I think is pretty funny. Yeah, I am I'm one of those people who's very, very sentimental, like I hold on to I I don't want to say I attach to memories. I don't really attach to them, but I like to keep objects that remind me of happy times. So I'll look at it and I'll pick it up and I'll be like, yeah, this, I remember when I got this. And over the last 2 years now, I've been letting all that stuff go. I've been letting it go. If it's really important to me, I'm taking a picture of it. I'm going to make a little album of memories. So my phone is getting actually pretty full because I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. But for many, many years, I guess I was kind of afraid that if I let that thing go, I was either letting go of a person or letting go of a memory, or you know what I mean? There was an attachment there, but now I'm realizing that all of that is up here, and I don't need to have objects, right? So I'm letting go. We've had 2 rummage sales now. I've taken so much to Goodwill, it's not even funny. They're probably like completely operating off of my stuff now. And I'm not a hoarder. It wasn't like my house was super, super full, but it feels good to be letting that stuff go. And I have to stay in that mode, to just let things go. So, oh, Kelly's back from getting her tea. What kind of tea are you drinking today? What are you drinking? Uh, Katie says, this is my 10th Christmas without family members, and it's the first time that I'm finding myself honoring and bringing back some of my old tradition. The trauma is finally healing. Oh, that is awesome to hear. That makes me happy to hear that. Wow. Wow. So I got some more propaganda, mega propaganda. So what do we got this time? We've got The Kid's Guide to the Birth of a Revolution. And this one is pretty it isn't so much like some of the other ones that we've had where it's been very, very, very in your face mega propaganda. This one is pretty, it's just the history you learned in school. The Discovery of America, which is the next one. I haven't even opened this up yet. Kid's Guide to the Discovery of America with Christopher Columbus right on the cover. So yeah, let's keep pushing that narrative. Oh, look at how happy the Native Americans were that we came to America and kicked them off their land. Look at how happy they are. Ugh. They do say that the first Americans were Native American, though. I do like that. I do like that they are at least acknowledging the fact that Native Americans and Vikings were here before Christopher Columbus. But let's see, anything else? Actually, it's not too terribly bad. I guess I can't make too much of a stink about this. This one isn't too bad. And I think I showed you this one last week, right? The Kid's Guide to Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Yay, capitalism! Yay, capitalism! But look at who they have in there. Henry Ford, who was a freaking Nazi, and Thomas Edison, who was like just a guy who stole everybody else's ideas and then claimed them to be his own. Steve Jobs, kind of a narcissist. Alexander Graham Bell. I don't really have too much to say about him. But anyways, they go into entrepreneurship and very much about capitalism and more propaganda. We'll add it to the pile. And if you guys aren't familiar with this stuff, somebody before the election signed me up to this kids guidebook thing, and I've been getting 2 a month for over a year now. Tyrant collection, yes, for sure. Here, let me go back up here. Earl Grey, ooh, that's my favorite. These magazines are a crack up. I know. It's just, you know that homeschoolers are using this, and it frustrates me a little bit just because, we're already the next generation is being indoctrinated, and that how do we fight that? We can't. There's no way for us to fight this except for putting our, visualizing unity, visualizing peace, visualizing sanity. That's all we can really do. Discovering a fully populated land. Thank you. Oh man, and gave them contaminated blankets that killed them with smallpox by the hundreds of thousands. Yay, Mayflower and all that stuff. Tyrant collection. Men of honor. Brainwashing these poor kids. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It makes me crazy. And yet, I have to approach this with love. We all have to approach this with love. As hard as it is, as much as it makes us nuts, we have to approach this with love, because the whole reason that these people are so full of fear and so angry and just so bigoted, and they're in pain. Hurt people hurt people. These people are very much in pain and they need healing. So we need to visualize a type of healing that falls down upon these people, that softens their hearts and opens their hearts and helps them see all the beauty in the diversity that we have in this country. We are so fortunate. We are so fortunate. I have been watching two young women, and maybe some of you guys have run into these two ladies too, but they're from North Korea. I can't rename. It's like Hanana, something like that is the name of the channel. These are two women who escaped North Korea, and they talk about, they went through, they're visiting America right now. They went to Boston. They were walking around a public, produce market, like a farmer's market, okay? They were seeing fruits and vegetables that you and I take for granted, that they had no idea even what it was, what the name was, what it tasted like. They didn't know what blueberries were. They didn't know what blackberries were. They didn't know what raspberries were. There's like all these different fruits and vegetables. The first time she had a banana, she freaking ate the peel. We take so much for granted. We have so much abundance here. And our diversity is part of that abundance. Man, would you want to be cookie cutter all day, every day? I don't want that. So, yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm going back up. I come from a family of bigots, and I'm not one, so there's hope. They tried to indoctrinate me too, but it didn't work. Well, thank God. You stopped it. You put a generational stop right there, which is fantastic. And now you can help heal. You can heal those past generations. You're helping to do that through how you are. And when we approach things with love, there's a lot of generational healing that we can do just in the way that we conduct ourselves, you know? And when you make peace and unity and a openness of heart part of your practice, you know, I feel like the universe just gives us back so much more and so much more abundantly. I really do. Kelly said, I realized I was brainwashed. Oh, yeah. Janet says, I'm celebrating Christmas next week with my mom and sister. Sis lives in Central Cali. Oh, fun. That'll be a fun trip. I have family in California too, but they're coming here. They live in Temecula and they're actually coming here for Christmas. So I'm really excited to see them for Christmas. That is so cool. They're afraid they will be treated. They're afraid that they will be treated like the way they treat others. Right. Right. Yeah, totally. Totally. I'm thankful for my immigrant parents that showed me how to love people. Yeah, that was kind of. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my mic because I forget it's there. I I had kind of the same experience. My grandparents when they came over from Germany, the first people that like reached out to them were people from the community in their neighborhood who are also German. Many of them also were immigrants, right? And they gave them socks and they gave them mittens and, hand me down clothing, helped them get jobs, helped them get apartments, or houses, borrowed them money so they could go get loans. They did this stuff. Communities came together and did this for people. And this is what we should be doing in our community. This is what being part of a community doesn't mean everybody's happy go lucky all the time. It means that we accept people right here, right now, as they are, and we work with it. We recognize that they are fellow human beings, and that is the pinnacle of anything that we need to know about them, is that they're people. You know, I feel that way about the plants and animals too, and the spirits of the land in my home. Oh, but yeah, when you meet people as people right where they are and just open up with kindness, even if they're not kind back, you're planting a seed. Katie's always telling me, plant the seeds, plant the seeds, plant the seeds. That's right. We're planting the seeds with our kindness. We just have to do that, right? Sometimes it's easier said than done. I signed in my contract to be a healer of my family's DNA, and that's a gigantic responsibility. And it's a solitary walk. They don't like me very much, my family, but that's okay. They don't need to. Yeah. Happy birthday to your mom, Janet. Helen. Mom's name is Helen. Oh, I love that name. That's a good, strong name, Helen. Love it. Teresa says, I think when we offer them peace, then they'll be able to relax into forgiving themselves. That's what I'm thinking too. You know, um, if you walk up to a fire and you take a big fan and you fan it, what happens to the fire? It gets brighter, it gets bigger, it gets hotter, it gets angrier, right? Let's not fan the fire. Let's just let it settle down and try to be kind. I know it's not easy. There's a lot of things that are happening right now that make me just want to throw up my two middle fingers at the TV like all the time, which is why I avoid the news. I'm just avoiding it. Oh, lots of people saying happy birthday to Helen. That's very sweet. Kelly says, yes, I spoke with my daughter about how my grandparents would accept people and feed them and give them places to stay, even if they didn't know who they were. Right. Right. I mean, that was my upbringing. My grandfather was a pastor and he preached at the Milwaukee Rescue Mission for 40 years. And when we would get below zero weather here in Milwaukee, the rescue mission would fill up so much it was overflowing. And my grandpa brought guys home. And my brothers and I were staying here. This is the house that my grandparents owned, that I bought from them. And I can remember being a little tiny peanut, sitting on the lap of some guy, some random homeless dude, me and my brothers, two on one side, me on the other side, him looking at the book. He couldn't read, but he told a darn good story by looking at the pictures. In fact, the story was better than what the word said on the page. And when my grandfather died, all those guys came to his funeral. They were out the door, down the block, and around the corner, waiting to get in to pay their respects to my grandpa because he treated them like a human being. That is what I grew up with. That is what I saw. And that is so ingrained in me. Now, I'm not saying that I don't fail, because I do fail. Somebody cuts me off in traffic, and I sound like I was in the Navy my whole life. But I'm catching myself doing that more. And I'm saying to myself, what are you doing? What are you doing? Nothing happened. You'll never see them again. Why are you letting yourself get so twisted? I'm just saying. Not that I'm perfect. There's nothing perfect about me, especially this hair. Oh my God. I'm sure all of you are like, Dali, you need a haircut. And I do. Oh, Flowing agrees. Thank you, Flowing. Fatima says, a lot of them are waking up. They are suffering also. That's why we should have compassion. I agree with that. Fear is a strong emotion. I would argue to say that fear is probably the strongest emotion. I think that fear supersedes love in many cases, if you allow it to, right? Because it snowballs into all these other emotions. It's like a tree. Fear comes up like a trunk and then branches out, and all these different emotions get affected by fear. And fear can make people see other people as less than human. But we have to be human, and we have to show them that we're human. You know, that's just my thoughts on it. I'm probably preaching to the choir. You guys all know this already. I'm just going down the line here. Helen will be 101. That is like she beat the game. She's got all the top tier. I'm a gamer, okay. Anyways, she rules. That's pretty awesome. No, you think my hair is great? It is too long. It's getting it is not symmetrical. I can't deal with non-symmetrical hair. That is why the dark side uses fear to control us. Amen. Katie, you are spot on. That is so, so true. Oh, everybody's saying, hair looks fab. Aw, well, thank you. Thank you very much. I love your hair and wish mine did that. This is a lot of product. Maybe you don't. A lot of product. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this kitty. Oh my gosh. She looks like a Christmas miracle. Little girl. All right. Was there something else I wanted to show you guys? I thought I did. Oh, I wanted to read an affirmation card. Yes. Affirminator, affirminator. Let's read it. Okay, so today's affirminator card is Story of My Life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it's worth it when I earn the Pulitzer Prize for the best inner monologue. Yes. Oh, you can't read that for nothing. It is too bright. Well, you're going to have to take my word for it. But yeah, I like that. That even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. How much growth have we each had in our lives because of the tough stuff that we went through? You know? Hey, Jules, how's it going? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. I like that card too. I feel like it, a lot of people say, oh, if I could go back in time, I would change this, I would change that. Then I wouldn't have to go through this, or then I wouldn't have to go through that. I don't want to change anything because the person that I am right now, who I like, is the byproduct of all those experiences. And so are you. Each one of you is the byproduct of all your experiences too. And it led you to this moment. You know, all the lessons that we've learned have led us to this moment. And this moment is really special, I think, because I love all you guys. You all bring me so much joy. You guys make me think, you correct me if I'm going down a weird path. I love that stuff. It's all awesome. Uh-oh. Am I buffering? Am I still buffering, you guys? Uh-oh, I better check. I'm gonna check my phone to see what the hell is going on with my live stream. Let's see. Do 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 with my live stream. No buffering there? Okay. That's good because I can't even get my phone to connect to the internet right now. Whatever. Mercury's gone. What's going on? We're still in the shadow. Where are we? 10:33. Okay. So I wanted to tell you guys, I went to a planetarium yesterday, and it was really cool. Have any of you guys ever gone to a planetarium before? This is only the second time I've been to a planetarium. We had one at my high school. I don't know why I never saw the one in high school, but I saw one in college, and now I saw one yesterday, and it was really neat. It was really neat. Um, it was it was a presentation on the Star of Bethlehem and what it could have possibly been. And they went through many different scenarios of different things that it could have been, but probably wasn't. Like, probably wasn't a comet because it took comets. Um, I forget what they said about the comets, but the direction that any kind of comets, any known comets would have been going in at that time of the year wouldn't have been traveling in the correct direction to take them from the city of to up into Babylon and then over into Israel. They said it could, maybe it was an asteroid or a meteor. Well, that wouldn't have lasted long enough to get them through that trip, right? Maybe it was a supernova. It might have been, but they said probably not because one thing that the Babylonians were extremely good at was documenting anything and everything that they saw in the sky. And with all the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of clay tablets that have been found that detail all kinds of things like comets, asteroids, supernova, they never found one from that time range. And the time range that's the acceptable time range would be from about 10 BC to 1 AD, okay, as like the birth of Christ in that time frame. But they did mention something that I thought was very interesting. Um, at the time of Jesus's birth, which would have been around 1 BC, according to what he was saying, there was a really interesting planet conjunction with Jupiter and Venus that went into Leo, the line of Judah, into Leo, and then back into Pisces and stayed there. So basically, Jupiter and Venus went forward into Leo, connected, like eclipsing each other. Venus went on, and Jupiter went into retrograde and went into Pisces. And they feel like this particular astronomer that was talking to us felt like that is a very telltale sign because, the lion represents Judah and the Pisces represents Israel to ancient Babylonians. So I thought that was really interesting. And I was like, oh, wow. So maybe that is what they saw. I mean, the Magi were um, astrologers and astronomers, right? Constantly looking at the sky. They would have known that Jupiter would be coming into retrograde around that time, and they would have known that Venus would be connecting with it. And this only happens, this particular eclipsing of the planets only happens once every 800 years, right? So for them, that would have been like a really special event to watch. And then to see Jupiter go into Pisces, they thought, okay, so this particular sign has always been a sign that a new king was born. And now Jupiter has left Leo and went into Pisces. It has to be a new king in Israel. And they went there. Isn't that cool? I don't know. I thought that was pretty neat, I thought it was a neat thing, and I thought it was neat to see that. Let's see, flowing. The one in Chicago is amazing. I guess I'm going to have to go there. I didn't see that. I went to the domes, but never a planetarium. It was fun. It was fun. It was really neat. And the astronomer was really dynamic and engaging. And I felt like a very smart girl because he was like pointing up at the winter. The first thing that he showed us was, what does the sky look like now? And he was pointing out different constellations, and he would like circle one and say, "Hey, who knows what this is?" And I was like, "Orion, Cassiopeia, the Pleiades." I was like yelling out all the answers, so I felt very smart. I used to go every Friday night to the Pink Floyd show at the university in the planetarium. Of course you did. Oh, I would have loved to have seen that. I bet that was fun. I bet that was very cool. And I'm sure no medicinal plants were smoked at that point. I'm sure none. You would never have done that. Yes, they followed the star. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And at that time, everything was like called stars, you know. Um, it was kind of just common to like refer to anything that was happening in the sky that wasn't the moon. Um, a star, like a falling star or a shooting star or an exploding star, a flashing star, like a quasar, a flashing star. So star was always part of the wording. So Magi, not mad guy. Did I say mad guy? Did I say that? Magi. You're absolutely right. Not mad guy. Bleh. That is why the AI. Oh, yes, the comet that's not a comet, 3-eye Atlas. Is that what it is? 3-eye Atlas. It's okay. That's okay. We read Typonese, so it's okay. I'm very fluent in Typonese. Funny. So yeah, but that was really neat. I really enjoyed going to the planetarium. I would highly recommend if you have the chance to go to a planetarium that you do because like he was saying, planetariums are starting to lose their funding. Many planetariums are being defunded right now. A lot of them are supported by park systems, school systems, stuff like that. And the defunding of all the programs that are currently happening right now is causing uh, it's causing a lot of terrible things to happen. Some schools are getting rid of their band and orchestra, their art departments, even some of their sporting, their sports. They're keeping maybe like baseball and football and basketball and everything else is going bye bye because everything's getting defunded. So if you have a chance to go to a planetarium, please spend the money, take all of your friends, and go to a planetarium. Planetariums are important. Understanding the sky is important. All science is important, as well as music and art and sports. These are all important things. It makes me so sad that that it's been determined that it's not essential. I feel that for society, for civilization to continue on, you absolutely need the arts. You absolutely need the intellectuals. You need science. And you absolutely need the competitiveness, the sports. That helps to drive. You may play football in high school and never play it again, but that competitive spirit, I know not everybody likes that, but the competitive spirit is what allows you to push yourself beyond your limits, you know, to creatively problem solve, to learn how to work as on a team. And there's good things about sports, and sports keeps a lot of kids off the streets. Okay. So I feel like it's important. All right. Jules says planetariums are amazing. I agree. I agree. In fact, I'm going to make sure that I keep track of the different events that they're doing at this planetarium. I'm going to try to make it to all of them and take as many people as I can with me just to help keep this place going because every little bit helps. Katie says schools are being I think she meant to say defunded. There's no more Department of Education. That's right. Awful. Kelly says, I'm so glad mine are in college. My kids' high school has their own planetarium. We did at Hamilton too, where I went to high school. We had one. I just never was in there. I never got to see it. So I did not take astronomy in high school. I just kind of self-taught. So um, arts help us thrive and understand what is going on. My grands are totally sporty. We are amazing people, volunteer and good team players. Yeah, I feel like sports has the potential to do that. Not all sports do, but I know that my time playing sports in high school really did help me learn how to navigate through a team dynamic, which as somebody with autism, I really needed that. Okay. And I learned so much from sports. I learned so much from choir. Same thing, just being in choir and singing with a bunch of people as a unit, and listening to what that sounded like and being in band and orchestra, playing the drums, being on drill team, all these things. It was great. I'm so glad that I did that. And I'm so sad that this is being taken away from kids. I just think it's terrible. We already passed the 2000 year time. We are due for a major event. Oh, I think you're probably right about that. Sports helps people learn how to be good winners and losers. Yes, it does. Stifled creativity causes death. I believe that. I believe that. Right, Kelly? It's amazing how they can take a loss. Mhm. Kelly says, "My husband has such a good work ethic from learning martial arts." Oh, yeah, at an early age. Yeah, martial arts. I'm sorry, I keep like rubbing my nose, but like I feel like I have cat fur on my face. Don't you hate when that happens? Is it stuck to my glasses? I don't know, because without my glasses on, I can't see my glasses. All right. Loved choir music. That's why I keep musical instruments and art supplies just in case of fun. Yes. Yes. I have like a small collection of small percussion instruments. I don't have a drum kit anymore. I sold my drum kit when I was in college to fix my car, and I never got another drum kit. I have a wall full of drums. I have drums all over my walls. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'd have to move my camera and then it might get fuzzy. I can't show you right now, but I have drums. I have drums, 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 drums. Oh, that one you might be able to see. Tilt up. Oh, there we go. You see it up there? That one? Drums. And then on this wall I got drums, drums, drums and swords, you know, because nothing says love and light like drums and swords. But yeah. I never formally took any martial arts. Like I didn't like spend years in taekwondo or years in karate or years in jujitsu, judo or jujitsu or however you say that. I didn't do any of that. But I went every year from the time I was like 7 years old until I was 17, so 10 years. I would go to the summer programs where they taught basics. So one year they taught the basics and the ideology behind karate. And then they did taekwondo. And then they did judo. And I learned all these basics. Then one year was just uh, not martial art. Yeah, I guess it was martial arts. It was like for girls to teach them self-defense so that if you got attacked or something, how you could defend yourself. And then it started over again. And then they would that year next year would be karate, and then it would be judo, and then it would be taekwondo again. So I went through that several times. So I have some basics in me. I think I could kick some ass if I had to. Actually, I have defended myself. So I was very glad that I had those things. And Jules just says, ha 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 ha. Fatima says, I was never into sports, but my husband's sons are into sports. Yeah. Sports. I like sports ball. I like sports ball. Big football fan, big basketball fan. I like to watch baseball in person. I don't like baseball on TV. I do like hockey. Me love hockey. Me love hockey. If you know what that's from, tell me. My husband played hockey and baseball. Yeah, fun. I had to laugh. You are funny. Aw, thank you. I feel like my gift, I am a psychic medium. I do all the things. I'm walking a shaman's path. I'm Norse pagan. But I feel like my gift is joy, helping people find their joy. That's what I do. So you may come in here and go, oh, that Dolly, she's so silly. I do that because I just want to help you guys smile. I want you guys to have a smile on your face. I want you guys to feel the love that's in my heart for you. It's important to me. And I feel like it's my job. It's what I was put here to do. But I do a lot of other things too. I'm actually very, very serious in my practice when it comes to meditation, journeying, soul retrieval. Sometime in the future, Katie and I are going to do a show on soul retrieval because that has become a big part of my practice for the last few weeks. Okay. And I'm going to keep going. I'm retrieving my soul. And it's been fascinating. It's been a little heartbreaking, but there is growth in pain, you know, especially when you're able to release it, acknowledge it and release it. So yeah, I could go on and on about that. I don't want to bore you guys, but we'll do a show at some point talking about that. And maybe I can help you guys find techniques to do it yourself. I think it's a little different from for every person. And I think it's also a little different based on the gifts that you have, you know. But once you start doing it, it is such a uplift. I mean, it's like it's like if you got covered in oil. Like if you were like working on your car, you were changing your oil and something happened and the plug popped out and you got covered in oil. Don't ask me how I know all about that, okay? You feel icky, you feel sticky, you feel it's terrible. And you get into the shower and you turn on the water and you soap yourself down, and that cleansing that happens to you, okay? That getting that off of you is exactly what it feels like spiritually when you start doing soul retrieval. It's a lot like shadow work too. Shadow work was a big part. I don't think I could be doing what I'm doing now had I not done shadow work first. So I'm just saying. And Fatima's son was into hockey, and hockey, me love hockey. Katie's not into competitive games. That's okay. You don't have to be. But sports are fun. I agree. We love your joy. It's contagious. Yay. Hooray. I'm doing something right. Thank you for the smiles. Now I must go into a store. Shields up. That's right. Shields up. Well, thanks for coming, Jules. I appreciate you being here. Healing isn't boring to me. Me either. Me either, because I've got so much to do, I've learned to laugh at myself. I mean, there's not really a whole lot going on around me to laugh at, so I have to be my own best comedian. Yeah, that's me too. I mean, it's painful because the energy flowing. I mean, yes, it is painful because the energy flowing again is like when your blood starts flowing into a limb that was asleep. Yes, that is a really good way of describing that. Yes, I agree with you. Wow, yeah. All right, well, it's already 10:53, so I would like to do a little group reading for everybody. Let me just clear off my workspace here and go to my top-down cam. This is it, right? Yes. Yeah, I got all my little tchotchkes here. Okay, so let's just do a quick reading. I'm going to use my angels and oracles. Or not my angels and oracles, my angels and auras deck. If you guys are familiar, you know what? Hang on. There, now you can see me. Hopefully you guys can hear me. This is the angels and oracles. I said it again, angels and auras oracle. So let's pull 3 cards here. I'm going to ask the angels to protect us. I'm going to ask the spirits of the land in my home, the Landvatir and the Husvatir, to surround us. And I'm going to ask the ancestors to give us wisdom. What do you want us to know for the rest of this week, Spirit? Please and thank you, and I love you. And let me switch this over here. Like, oh, I didn't want to do that. Why did it do that? I didn't want to do that. That's what I want to do. Why is it doing that? All right, I'm going to just keep it like this. I won't be able to see the chat for a minute, you guys. But okay, let's start with this. No, that's not the first card. That's the first card. And we have Shower of Prosperity. Oh, I like that. Shower of Prosperity, Wealth, Opportunity, Success, Manifestation. We have Abundance, Faith, Optimism, Excitement, Breakthrough. And we have Angels are watching over you. Support, protected, loved, and encouraged. And I'm going to pull a tarot card too to kind of be a sum up for this reading. So Spirit, if you could please, this is the Light Workers Tarot. Spirit, if you could please, can you sum up this reading for us here? I'm banging on this microphone. I am so sorry. Can you sum up this reading for us? Oh, yes. Okay. We got two cards that popped out. We got the Nine of Swords and we've got the Queen of Wands in the Medicine position. So I'm feeling like these two cards could be how a lot of people are feeling right now. Got the Nine of Swords, which is reliving past trauma. Reliving past trauma. And I think that this is like the focus of the fear, you guys. The focus of the fear that we're seeing coming off of so many people right now. This is the catalyst, okay? The reliving past trauma. And trauma can be all kinds of things, right? It can be physical abuse, it could be mental abuse, it could be sexual abuse, it could be spiritual abuse, it could just be being bullied, it could be having a traumatic surgery or being in a car accident that really hurt you. Trauma is a big encompassing word. So when we start reliving trauma and comparing it to now, we draw that fear into the present when we don't necessarily have to do that. Okay. So this is like the core of that issue. And the Queen of Wands in the Medicine position, it says, fearfully yearning as the the meaning on the card in the Medicine position here. But it's more than that. It's more than fearful yearning. It is a strong desire, because the Queen of Wands, she is enterprise, she is distinction, she is focus, she is goal oriented and driven. And when she's in the Medicine position, it could be like you feel like you're in a boat without a rudder and without paddles. You're kind of just floating around and not necessarily understanding what your purpose is. And I feel like a lot of people are feeling this as well, you guys, especially people who are waking up. I don't like to be political, but the people who are waking up from their mega fog are finding themselves in this position, fearful and without direction. And that can be very, very scary, especially when you've put so much time, so much energy, and so much of your life into believing in a particular ideology. I'm quite certain that many Germans after World War II were just like, what the hell just happened? Okay. What do I do now? What is my direction? What's going to happen to me? What's going on? Well, what Spirit is saying here is, remember that we have the ability to manifest our own success, right? We do this. And although these people might feel like they're just in a boat without a rudder, floating around, not knowing what to do, we are light, our compassion. We're going to be the lighthouse. We're going to show them the way. We're going to show them the direction. We're going to help them manifest abundance in this new world that we're visualizing and that we are going to create. Okay, we're going to do that for them. And it's going to be a shower of prosperity. They're going to be like, wow, why didn't I do this sooner? Once they start feeling this happening. Also, abundance. All this fear. Oh my gosh, am I going to, our price is going to keep going up. Am I going to have enough money to pay my bills? Are they going to cut how much I get per month? Worry, 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 worry about money. No, we don't have to worry about that. Our abundance, okay, we're going to manifest abundance. Our faith, our optimism, our excitement. We're going to make a breakthrough with these people, and we are going to create an abundant, beautiful place that everyone, the world, that everyone is going to be able to feel comfortable and confident in. We're going to visualize that. We are going to do that. And also, whenever you're feeling down, whenever you're feeling alone, whenever you feel like you have no one to turn to, please remember that you are supported, protected, and loved, and empowered and encouraged by your angel team. Okay, the angels are watching over us. Our guides are here with us. They are going to help lead us down this path that is going to take us to, prosperity and abundance. We have nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. And our direction will become clear as we keep going forward. And I think we already are feeling that, right? We're already feeling that. We know what we got to do as light workers. We know exactly what we got to do. So let's just keep doing it. Let's visualize these things and feel grateful. Even if they haven't happened yet, let's feel grateful and full of joy and full of light and full of compassion and love. Let's do it. We can do it. All right, you guys. Well, it is time for the stream to end. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming today. Oh, I should probably read. I'm going to read what you guys said here quick. Wow, what a reading. So many people have suppressed trauma. Yes, girl. That's right. Mega is now America First AF. Yes, Annie says. Wow, Dali, those cards totally make sense. Well, I'm glad. Spirit speaks through me. This is not me. Spirit uses me. And I'm glad. I'm very grateful. They do. We have to watch our thoughts. Yes, we do. Keep hope alive. Yes, flowing. Yes. Think responsibly. That's right. Think responsibly. We are awake. Let us wait for the others. Yes. Lovely reading. Thank you. You're very welcome. I love and appreciate you all. Oh, we love you too, Kelly. I love and appreciate. Oh, we got you. We will thrive together. Yes, we will. Annie says, thank you, Dali. Oh, thank you. See y'all later. Yes, you guys all have a great day. I believe Sonia is going to be live on Friday at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Correct, Sonia? Tell me if you're not. Put it in the chat if you're not doing Friday, but I believe you are going to be on Friday. We shall overcome. Yes, we will. So I love you guys, and I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all again very soon. Okay? All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. Dance around the room. It's time to go. Why? nap. I'll see you next time. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. All rock. Dolly loves you. Dance a room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dolly, you still here? Have a great day.